Hey guys, welcome back to Piping Engineers. In today's video, guys, we will again be discussing about the procurement cycle. This is one of the most watched video on our channel, and you guys were requesting to have this video again in English. So, guys, for more videos, please like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. So, let's begin this journey of today's video, and let's see what are the basics of the procurement. So to start with, guys, what is procurement? This is the most important question before we start the video. So procurement, you all would be aware. So procurement is, I would say in rough words, it's the buying of materials, but it is more than buying of materials. So it is the process of locating means we locate the suppliers and agreeing to the terms of purchasing goods, because you would have seen in your purchase order there are some terms and conditions which both parties agree to, and services or other works from an external source may be your builder, maybe your supplier, or maybe the third party from which you are buying the products, often with the use of a tendering or a competitive bidding process. So why a competitive bidding process? Because we always wanted the things to be procured at a very lower to lowest price. Therefore we generally take bids from three suppliers, or maybe up to four or five suppliers, but three suppliers is the minimum requirement to procure something. And that is what procurement is. So procurement is the overall process through which the complete buying of things takes place. So in Hindi also, खरीद किसी बाहरी स्रोत से सामान, सेवाएं या अन्य कार्यों का पता लगाना और उनसे सहमत होने की प्रक्रिया है, अक्सर निविदा या प्रतिस्पर्धी बोली प्रक्रिया के उपयोग के साथ. So something in Hindi also. Moving on to the next slide, guys. So it is the important cycle, and I have seen in many people getting confused in this procurement cycle. So this is the basic procurement cycle, which is common across all the things, all the areas when we go for the procurement. So the first thing is identify the goods and services which the company needs, and generally this process is followed by the preparation of technical specification. So technical specification, or you may call the RFQ, because RFQ generally consists of the of this technical specification. Technical specification will consist of all the technicalities or all the requirements governed by the purchaser. So this is contained in this technical specification. Next is we assess and select vendors. So we should know that which vendors are compatible with us, which will be able to meet our technical requirements. So after this we negotiate the terms and prices, and in between there is this document prepared which is known as technical recommendation. So technical recommendation is an important document, because based on this technical recommendation, generally your engineering team or your technical team gives away that the clearances, that whether the offers received by them are technically eligible, and the solution provided by all the suppliers is technically feasible as per the requirements mentioned in the technical specification. After that, this negotiation of price and terms is done by your commercial team, and your commercial team then issues this purchase order. Purchase order is, you can say, is the go ahead, or maybe you can say it is the go ahead in which all the materials which we are buying are mentioned. What will be the quantity, maybe delivery period is also there, and what's the exact cost that needs to be paid to the supplier. Everything is mentioned in this purchase order, guys. Next is receive and inspect delivered goods. So receivable and inspection means once the goods are manufactured, they are received in your maybe in your factory or in your construction site. So we receive and inspect the delivered goods. After that we conduct three-way matching. So what this three-way matching means? So three-way matching is basically a accounting process that compares what was ordered. So what was ordered is mentioned in purchase order, as I told you earlier also. What was delivered? So what was delivered is means what has been sent by the supplier. So those both of those quantities should match with the purchase order. And next is the supplier's invoice, to verify that an invoice is legitimate and ready to be paid. Means the supplier has invoiced the only for those items which he has sent. It may be the case that supplier may ask for money which he has not even supplied, and which has not even been delivered. So we compare all these three documents, and generally these three documents, they should be in one single alignment. So after that only we give this go ahead. Next is approve invoice and arrange payment. So once everything has been delivered, we approve the invoice and arrange the payments. So basically purchase team does all these things. And after that, your keep the records. Why? Because in future also these records are very mandatory. there are always disagreements. There can always be disagreements on what has been paid and what has been delivered. So these records are to be kept. So I hope this was the procurement cycle end to end, starting from identifying the needs and like up to the payment, and after that the records are to be kept. And this is very important, and it is common through all the projects, or you may say all the items whichever we buy. Moving on to the next slide, guys. So this is procurement versus purchasing. So you would have heard these common terms interchangeably: procurement, purchasing, and supply chain. But what is the difference? So what is procurement versus purchasing? So purchasing is basically essentially transactional, focusing on managing specific orders to meet the company needs. So purchasing, it generally means buying what we purchase, like we go to market to purchase something, so that is purchasing. While procurement is a much broader and more complex set of processes, including establishing and maintaining supplier relationships. So in purchasing, you can go to anyone and say, okay, give me this thing. But procurement is much more systematic than purchasing. We have a standard set of processes, and we have maintained and established suppliers. So, and we always want to have supplier relationships so that are helpful in future also. So that is the basic difference between procurement and purchasing. Next is procurement versus sourcing. So sourcing is also like purchasing only, and it is the part of overall procurement process. So you should know that sourcing is some not different, it's the part of the procurement process, and sourcing is an early stage of procurement cycle. It encompasses activities such as identifying and assessing potential supplier of goods or services, negotiating terms, and selecting the vendors that best meet the company needs. So that is basically the part of sourcing. So, and sourcing, I told you, it's part of the procurement only. So you can say before starting the procurement cycle, the work that we do so that procurement cycle can be started is part of sourcing only. Next is, guys, procurement versus supply chain. So procurement covers one aspect of supply chain management. So you can say procurement is a subset of supply chain. So everything which we discuss, this purchasing, sourcing, and procurement, everything comes under supply chain. So supply chain is something bigger. So procurement includes sourcing, obtaining, and paying for goods and services. While supply chain means management also covers logistics involved in obtaining the goods, such as shipping and warehouse management. So procurement means just buying and maintaining the relationships. That is one thing. And when this logistics parts and warehousing, or like the material from where it is started its journey to the end consumer where it has to be delivered, everything comes under supply chain. So supply chain is a broader aspect of procurement. So that is the basic difference between procurement and supply chain. So I hope in today's video you guys would have learned basics of the procurement. And guys, for more videos, please like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. For more videos, please do subscribe us. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks a lot.